10 years ago, my mom married a sidekick. He has a lot of answers, and I have a lot of questions. Here's what we talk about. Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex. This is Riz, sidekick. Oh, he doesn't like when I do this. Sidekick stepdad. Ruby! She could be on camera. She's like fire.
Look at that.
My girl. She started
She didn't want the pistachios. I'm so glad that you have food here for me today.
Oh, I was gonna be eating the whole time.
Well, pistachios are good for your brain and keep you sharp. So if there's anything that you should think about extra hard today, the pistachios will help me.
Okay. So this question, it's not really a question. Well, kind of. It's like just a topic of discussion. It's more on a serious note. Let's talk
it's
about.
So serious that I can have my pistachios in
Well,
there?
you're ruining the frame.
We don't even know. We just put the camera on record.
I know, but I could just tell it's behind the candle.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about possession. Serious notes.
Did you watch The Exorcist recently?
No, someone gave me the idea. I thought, oh, that would be interesting.
All right. So we're talking about demonic possession. Is it real? It's not such a yes or no question, is it? It is not such a yes or no question. How about we say, is it possible? And I would say it is possible. Absolutely.
Really? Scary. Okay. How? What? Who? When?
Depending on the mental state of the person.
Okay.
What state of vulnerability they're in. You're not going to just have a person be possessed who is very strong-willed or is, in a very centered state of mind. Usually when we hear about these cases, it's someone, when we research it strongly enough, we find out that the person has been having a lot of trouble emotionally, and their mental state hasn't been so well. They've been feeling very weak for years. So what people call entities, right? People say I got possessed by an entity. What they're talking about is a spirit who has not crossed over all the way to the other side into the light, who is resisting that and is carrying on in ways here that is disruptive.
See our video, Ghosts. We'll link it below.
And part 2, which we're going to dive deeper into. So entities, that's why we say the word entities instead of a spirit. Because I'm a spirit, you're a spirit. And when it gets into the realm of now we're calling that spirit an entity, there's been some sort of transformation that has happened that isn't for the better. It's kind of, I believe that this universe is mysterious. Very, very mysterious. So how can we sit here and say it isn't real or it is real? I do believe in possibilities, and then I look at what I have discovered as a medium and as a trance channel for well over a decade, close to 2 decades of work in this field. So I consider myself a very rational person. And when it comes to metaphysics, you have to, things that are beyond the physical, you have to keep a very open mind and then use logic, spiritual logic that you have observed. Is that too long of an answer?
No.
Okay. So do you want me to dive into it a little bit more?
Yeah. So Let's get into some interesting stuff.
Okay.
So someone can be possessed by something that's like I don't know.
Negative.
And it can, like in the movies when it's very intense and extreme. Is it like that? Do you know?
Okay, so I will only speak for personal experience. Personal experience. What did you say? Personal experience.
With someone being possessed?
Yeah, where I have encountered being in the room where there is it's called an energy cleansing. Some people call it an exorcism. It's not an exorcism. Nobody's. You
did an exorcism?
I didn't. When I was in the room with a healer, and this was in a different country, and the person was going through, they knew that there was something, they felt something was attached to them. They call it an attachment.
Like in the movies, they speak through them.
Yes. So of course, look, as a trance channel, there are spirit guides that speak through me that are very wise and loving. And
oh, that's true.
so then
I forgot about that.
You forgot about
I forgot about that.
So then you might think that there is, if that could be true, then couldn't something that is quote unquote negative come through? And I've seen it myself, and I haven't seen too much physical stuff happen, like someone physically attacking someone else. I really haven't seen that, but I have seen people say words and statements that is definitely not that person speaking, and it was negative. So you have to do things to clear that.
But like the flying off the bed.
No, never seen that. But I have seen people have very unusual strength when they have this energy in them.
Well, isn't it like when you channel sometimes, depending on who it is, sometimes I feel like you're stronger. Like if the person is stronger
right.
than you, you'll kind of take on that shape.
Right. You will. They use your body as a vessel.
And somehow that strength.
So should we be terrified of this?
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, no, I'm saying like, well, yeah, you should. And I think you should be terrified. But is it something to worry about?
The way I'm going to always break it down for you is this. Like I've been breaking it down for you for years about this. You got to approach your spiritual life with some points of references from your physical life. What does that mean? Okay. To be healthy, to have a healthy body, you have to work out, you have to stretch it, you have to be gentle with it, and you have to have good habits, have some sort of discipline with it. You have to put the right things in it, not put the wrong things in it, right? Everybody knows that for physical health. So what about for spiritual health? Same thing. You have to grow. You have to practice your spiritual practice, which is meditation. Number one, everyone should be meditating. Meditating is going to save the world. If everybody meditated, everybody would be more at peace. If everybody was more at peace, everybody would be nicer to each other, and the planet would get along better. Period. It's not brain surgery.
Period.
It's mind surgery. Did you hear that? That was good, right? Surgery? I said it's not brain surgery because I was referring to it's not really hard.
Period. So basically, to get possessed, you have to be in a weak state of mind. You have to be feeling negative already. You have to have
very depressed.
Like very depressed. Like very.
Like you want to just check out.
Okay, so very.
No, there's another state that this can happen to you in.
Okay.
Being drunk. Alcohol lessens your self-protection, if you want to call it an
like
aura.
Even your spirit?
Yeah, that's why they call it spirits.
Dang.
Remember they used to call alcohol spirits in the Old West?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about right now. I was like, what?
I think that's why they call it that. Someone will probably say, no, that's not why they call it that. Well, that's why.
Dang.
That's why I think they call it that. And that's
so when you're drunk, you can get possessed?
Yes, because you're not in full control.
Or maybe if you're not possessed, then you can have something latch onto you.
It's very similar. Either something's latching onto you, or now it's kind of in your system with you.
This chair is so squeaky.
It's possessed. It's possessed. The chair is possessed.
I'm just like, I can probably hear it the whole video. I can't.
What are you going to ask me next? Can animals be possessed? Don't ask me questions like that.
Was it? What the heck? I was going to say.
Someone once told me they thought their hamster was possessed. They thought their hamster was possessed.
I know who said that.
These are the DMs I get sometimes.
I thought it was my
I think it's jokes. I thought it was maybe like your friends who are sending me joke DMs.
No.
To ask me these kinds of questions.
No.
I can't even answer them.
I mean, I guess that topic wasn't so like crazy as I thought it was going to be.
Hamster possession?
No. Possession. I mean,
of course it's right. I mean, did you want me to tell you really scary stories about it? You do? Okay.
I want you to be like, if you lift off the bed and like
I do have one story.
Okay.
Again, it wasn't me who was part of this. I was there to observe.
Okay.
And I mean, literally a very scary different voice came out of the person. And this person wasn't an actor or someone who is prone to doing crazy voices. And
did you know this person?
No, I knew the healer.
Okay.
I just met the healer. He was an older guy.
Pistachios everywhere.
I hope the pistachio shells aren't on camera. Okay, so we're in a healing session. He had a few students there. He had a few people that the students brought to get healings. They had never seen myself or this other healer before. And he took out the negative energy that had been attaching itself to this person. And she was writhing around on the floor. The voice that was coming out of her was not her own voice. And he did a couple of interesting rituals. Can I share one with you?
Yeah.
So he took an egg. Eggs are in spiritual rituals and shamanic practice. Eggs are very pure. They represent birth. They represent purity. And they also have a very strong energy to be able to pull out impurities from, spiritual impurities from a person. Now, this healing session was being done at a friend of mine's house. Mm-hmm. So I knew the person whose house it was. And the healer didn't. And the healer was like, go get me an egg right now. And I was surprised. So I ran to the kitchen, grabbed any egg, my choice. I brought it back. He said, give it to me. And he started, as she was speaking in this other voice and, rolling around on the ground, and we're holding her down a little bit just to, keep her from hurting herself. He passes the egg over her.
I've heard of eggs
being
used for certain, I think someone I know, there was something wrong with her and she was trying to figure out what was going on, and she was talking to this healer and he told her something about to use an egg.
Okay, so
I don't know exactly.
Well, you have to know how to use it. So he took the egg and he's passing it over her. And then he goes, go get me a bowl. So I ran back to the kitchen, got a bowl, and came back. And he cracked the egg, and there's all this black stuff in the egg. It's pretty wild. I was just a young shaman then.
Can we try that? Were you shook?
I was a baby shaman.
Were you shook?
I was shook as a baby shaman.
You were like Baby Yoda.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Baby Yoda was 50.
Uh-huh. It was amazing. It was amazing because I knew, look, even though I'm a medium, a trance channel, and a psychic, I actually I don't consider myself a skeptic because I don't like that word. I think it's just...
Skeptic of what?
Of anything, but you know me that I research things.
Yeah.
And I look at all the other possible outcomes of, possibilities of things. So it was a controlled setting, and I knew the setting, and for that to happen...
I want to try the egg
blew my mind. Well, it's not that anybody can do it.
Well, can you?
You have to... I can do it now.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Right.
What if it comes out black? What does that mean?
So it's pulling things out of you. So it may not necessarily be an entity, but it could be that you hold on to
some negative energy.
Negative energy, which starts with negative emotion. Now, what is negative emotion? We're all human, so it's not negative in the sense that it's wrong. It's negative in the sense that it doesn't feel good, and it's not who you really are. We are born into, I like to say we are light. We come from the light, we are light. And when we step out of that through negativity, anger, depression, regret, isolation, numbness, all of that is trauma, comes from trauma.
So all that can turn my egg black.
That's right, it cuts us off.
Can turn my egg black.
If you don't stretch your muscle, what happens to your hamstrings?
So,
they get tight. It can tear.
So,
and then
I want to do an egg challenge. We see what color.
Imagine we started
my egg
a new challenge on the internet that went viral, and it was an egg challenge. How many spirits entities can you take off of your best friend?
What color is your egg when you open it?
Mm-hmm. And we'll crack it.
That's good.
Watch somebody do it now, because we're not going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to start it. Because you're going to do mine. You can do my egg challenge.
All right.
And then I have to do yours.
Mine's going to come out even cleaner. You're going to want to eat that egg after it comes off of me.
Sick. No way. Never.
It's going to come out with rainbow sparkles. I'll take impurities out of the egg.
No way. That's going to be, my egg's going to come out blue, light blue.
Why?
It's my favorite color.
All right.
All right, I think that's good for
that's good now for possession. So, what can you do
if you get possessed?
No, what can
call Riz, 1-800-RIZWAN.
So here's how we're going to do it. If we get a person who writes to us and says, well, I feel like sometimes this happens to me. Because I get that a lot.
Like I'm possessed sometimes?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes somebody else steps into my body. Some people call that a walk-in. They
I
just
haven't
walk
never
in.
felt that.
But a lot of people actually have.
What?
So here's what you do. You see this white candle? This is always good. Try to get it to be a soy candle. They're more expensive, but they're better because they're not putting chemicals in up your nose. So I do like white candles. I do feel that light makes you feel better, puts you in a better mood, which then creates a stronger aura around you. Again, that light also signifies that you're in a new vibration and that you are now paying attention to something besides physical matters, but spiritual matters as well. The other thing would be, of course, meditation. Meditation puts you in a calm state, and the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. It doesn't matter if you can't meditate for 5 minutes. Even if you can try to do 30 seconds, just like a muscle, it will get better and stronger over time.
Meditate with a white candle.
I like white candles because I think they represent purity. And there's an energy. Every color has a frequency and has a purpose, just like the chakras in the body are all these different colors. And
Chakras.
Chakras, it's pronounced.
Why?
Because it's a Sanskrit
Why does
word.
everybody say chakra?
They're pronouncing it incorrectly. If you're going to pronounce it in Sanskrit or in Hindi, which is a language, Hindi's a language I grew up speaking, it's
You heard it here first.
Yeah, it's chakra. It's really pronounced chakra.
You heard it here
But
first.
then it turns to chakra and then becomes chakra. Fine, call it chakra.
So what do you say? Chakra?
It's actually pronounced chakra, like with a U
Okay,
sound.
say that. Chakra.
Chakra. But let's say chakras because everybody knows that. So we'll talk about balancing those in a future episode.
Yay.
We smiled a lot for something that's supposed to be scary. I felt like we were smiling.
I wanted to be scared. I wanted to be more scared.
I'm talking about demonic. So let's talk about demonic possession.
With our morning tea. No, it's nighttime, but.
With more, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was going to be a little more scarier. But
That was pretty scary about the egg thing.
yeah.
Then you want something scarier?
I don't know. Maybe
I have scarier
I'm
ghost
just jaded by
stories.
Hollywood music. Movies.
And Hollywood music.
Hollywood movies.
That's another topic
Oh, God. Okay.
called really scary
That's for a
things.
different channel.
Okay.
Okay.
So, good. Do you have any questions about possession? If you have any questions about possession and demonic entities making you do things you don't want to do, just drop us a note with a
Comment
smiley face and a
below.
heart.
Like this video if you've ever been I cannot talk.
Have you ever been depressed and
Depressed.
possessed?
Have you ever been possessed?
Make sure you subscribe and get your entity to subscribe too if you're possessed. So we get two extra subscribers. Have your entity open up another YouTube account.
Or your entity can even comment too.
That's right.
fine.
I'm sure reading YouTube comments today, I'm sure a lot of entities have actually already commented on
That's true.
YouTube.
We probably will get a few on here eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
When they start putting hate, eventually you know you kind of did good,
I'm like,
right?
somebody's entity is coming.
Well, we hope
Okay,
this
like they say, YouTube doesn't, they just go with the algorithm. They don't know what the comments are, good or bad.
Do you know that spirits and entities can interfere with electronics, therefore they can interfere with the YouTube algorithms?
Okay, well, YouTube ghosts, help us out a little bit. All right, that's it. That's enough for today. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Make your entities like, subscribe, comment. Possessed, like this. Have a great day.
Thank you.